So today's topic which we are going to discuss is culture media. So bacteria or any microorganism with only help of microscopy we are unable to identify. With help of microscope or by studying the microscopy of any organism, we are only study the morphological features. But for identification, which type of species, which type of genus, so genus and species level identification, we have to grow that organism. The growth is required. So culture means growth of bacteria or growth of viruses, growth of any microorganism is called as culture. And the culture media, in simple word, the food which is required for the growth of this microorganism is called as a culture media. So out of these all microorganisms, the maximum culture media which are required for the growth of bacteria. So for growth of bacteria, various different type of culture media we are using. So without growing, we are unable to identify, we are unable to study details up to the species level of this organism. And that's why culture media has a very importance in microbiology. So bacteria have to be grown for them to be identified. So for identification, growth is always required, and that growth which occurs onto the culture media, inside the culture media, is called as a culture. Culture means growth of that organism. So in case of bacteria particularly, if you grow onto the surface of solid media, it produces colony. One colony produced from one single bacterial cell within 24 hours, and in one colony, millions of bacteria are present. 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh bacteria, because bacteria multiply by binary fission. Every 20 minutes, one cell produces 2 daughter cells. Another 20 minutes to produce 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, like that. Such type of binary fission occurs, and within a 24 hours, one single cell produces one colony on surface of solid media. While in case of liquid media, discriminate type of growth is there. By appropriate procedure, they have to be grown separately on culture media and obtain an pure for the study. So different culture methods are there. In next topic, we are going to discuss that method, which type of methods are there. And here we are getting the separate isolated colony of that particular bacteria or the organisms, and we are identifying. History about the culture media. So the original media used by Louis Pasteur is urine. Urine is one of the best media for the growth of bacteria or microorganisms. Multiplication occurs in urine. Then meat broth. Another one is meat broth. So that one is also, or meat soup. Broth. So broth, whenever the broth word is there, that one is liquid. And whenever the agar, the nutrient agar means solid. Whenever the agar word is there, that one is solid in nature, and whenever the broth word is there, that one is liquid in nature. So urine and meat broth, first time used by Louis Pasteur as a culture media. Liquid medium, diffuse growth. In liquid media, diffuse type of growth, while on the surface of solid medium, discrete colonies. Separate, one cell produce one colony, just we discuss. So such type of colonies produced onto the surface of solid media. So definitely the credit goes to these two scientists for the development of various culture media in microbiology. And these are also a lot of contribution in microbiology for discovering so many bacteria, so many viruses, so many vaccines and culture media. So the first one is Louis Pasteur, and another one is Robert Koch. So Koch and Louis Pasteur, they are having a lot of contribution in microbiology for the development of these culture media. Colony now. So what do you mean colony? So colony means macroscopically visible collection of millions of bacteria originating from a single bacterial cell. So just now we discussed bacteria divides by binary fission, multiply by binary fission. That's why within 24 hours or within overnight incubation, one colony is produced, and colony what possess? Visible collection of millions of bacteria originating from single pure cell. Now, cooked cut potato by Robert Koch, earliest solid medium. The first solid medium developed by Robert Koch is cooked cut potato. After that, gelatin. Robert Koch used gelatin, but gelatin is not satisfactory because liquefy at 24 degrees centigrade. So liquefaction occurs. And all of you know the optimum temperature of all medically important bacteria is 37. So our body temperature is 37. That's why the optimum temperature is 37. And the incubator, the machine incubator which we are using for the growth of this, that one is also set at 37, our body temperature. And that's why gelatin will not satisfactory. It is not satisfactory, or it will not stand that temperature. It liquefies at 24. And that's why we are not using gelatin nowadays. But in past, Robert Koch used that. Now, whenever we are preparing a culture media in laboratory, so these are the basic requirement of culture medias. The first one is nutrient. So we have to add the nutrient, source of energy, source of carbon, source of nitrogen. These three sources we have to add whenever we are preparing. Then we have to add mineral salts. So few salts are also required for the growth of bacteria: sulfate, phosphate, chloride, carbonate of potassium, magnesium, and calcium. So what happens whenever bacteria grows in nature, in soil, in air, or in nature, that time they utilize these mineral salts from the source, environmental source. But particularly when we are isolating this bacteria, we are growing this bacteria inside the laboratory, that time we have to add these mineral salts, otherwise growth will not take place. Means again it is a very important constituent of or requirement of culture media. The next point is suitable pH. Important, the pH. So maximum culture media, they are having the pH in between 7.2 to 7.4. It's a neutral, slightly alkaline type of pH, maximum culture media. Few exceptions are there. For example, for fungi, SDA, Sabrodextrose agar, that one is having the acidic pH. While for Vibrio cholerae, that lies highly alkaline pH, that is alkaline peptone water. So that one is having the pH 9.4. So such high pH may require for the growth of Vibrio organism which causes the cholera. Then for particular for the growth of particular organism, accessory growth factors are required. So in growth factor there are two types: essential growth factor and accessory growth factor. Essential growth factor means the presence is must. We have to add, otherwise growth will not take place. So that one is essential growth factor. And accessory growth factors means after addition of that, maximum growth occurs. In absence, little growth. And after addition, maximum growth occurs. It's accessory. Growth is accelerated. And that's why they are called as accessory growth factors. For example, tryptophan for Salmonella typhi. In culture media, if you add tryptophan, maximum growth of Salmonella occurs. In absence, little growth. Then factor 5 and 10, or we are calling it as X and V also. So these factors for H influenzae. So we have to add this factor. After presence of this factor, maximum growth of H influenzae occurs. Now, another most important ingredient required for the culture media is peptone. So for preparation of culture media, peptone always we are adding. So peptone contains partially digested protein. So it is a partially digested protein. It also possesses proteases, polypeptides, amino acids, inorganic salt, phosphate, potassium, and magnesium. It also contains riboflavin, vitamin B2. So that one is also present in peptone. So that's why peptone is always required for each and every culture media which we are using for the growth of bacteria. After peptone, one more requirement is there, and that one is meat extract called as Lab Lemco. Sometimes yeast extract we are using, or meat extract also we are using. Commercially, it is available into the market by the name Lab Lemco. Lab Lemco is a meat extract. That one is also required. Either we are using yeast or meat extract. And for the preparation of solid media, agar-agar powder is required. So agar-agar is a solidifying agent. For liquid media, agarless. We don't require agar. But whenever we are preparing the solid media, agar-agar is must. So, very interesting story. So, Fruhis. So, if you listen this name before, Fruhis. So, Fruhis, she is a wife of one of the investigator in Koch laboratory. So, we see she is a wife of one of the investigator in Koch laboratory. She observed her mother is preparing the jellies. And for the preparation of jelly, her mother add agar-agar powder. He told her husband told Robert Koch, and first time Robert Koch used agar-agar powder for the preparation of solid media. And thanks Fruhis, from that day, yet we are using agar-agar for the preparation of solid media. So definitely the credit goes to Fruhis. So thanks. We have to lot of thanks for Fruhis for this discovery or for this suggestion. So this is about the story how we are using agar-agar. Now we'll see detail about the agar-agar. So used for preparing the solid medium. Keep in your mind the main, it is not nutritive value. It is not having any nutritive value. It is only added for the solidification. It is a solidifying agent. It is obtained from seaweed, Xyladium species. So obtained from seaweed. One seaweed is there, and from that it is obtained. The name is Xyladium species. No nutritive value. So we are adding for the nutritive as a nutritive value. It is not having any nutritive value. Not affected by the growth of bacteria. And the most important property of this agar-agar is melt at 98 degrees centigrade and set at 42 degrees centigrade. The percentage recommended for the preparation of solid media is 2%. 2% agar-agar is employed in solid medium. So keep in mind. So this one is MCQ question. Always we are asking the MCQ on this. How much percent we are using for solid media? 2%, 1%, 4%, 5% like that. The correct answer is all over the world inversely 2% agar-agar is recommended for the preparation of solid medium. Make it underline 2%. So this one is in that dish agar-agar powder. So when you come to the college, that time I will show you how the agar-agar is there. And this one is to his contribution jelly. So keep in your mind. So agar-agar is for solidification. Now the classification of culture media. Always the long question onto this, or always sometimes we are asking the short note onto the different type of this culture media. So it comes under the types of culture media or classification of culture media. So based on consistency, they are divided into 3 different types: solid medium, liquid medium, semi-solid medium. Then based on constituent and ingredients, they are again further divided into different types: simple medium, complex medium, synthetic or defined medium, and spatial media. This last spatial media further divided into different type again: enriched media, enrichment media, selective media, indicator media, differential media, sugar media, transport media, and media for biochemical reaction. So these are again further classification of spatial media. And the last criteria which we are using for the classification of culture media is based on oxygen requirement, aerobic and anaerobic media. Aerobic, which is required for the growth of aerobic bacteria, and anaerobic, which is required for the growth of anaerobic bacteria. Anaerobic bacteria means those which grow in absence of oxygen. So such type of bacteria always require anaerobic culture media. So detail we will see one by one. The first one is solid medium. So all of you know, just now we discussed how much percent of agar-agar we are using? 2%. It contains 2% agar-agar. What is the use? Colony morphology, pigmentation, hemolysis can be appreciated. We study all these characteristics, different colony morphological characteristics. In that direction we learn detail about it. Which are the morphological, colony morphological characteristics. Then pigmentation is color of the colony, hemolysis, all these we studied down to the solid. Well-known example is nutrient agar and blood agar. So nutrient agar and blood agar. So I'll show you the colors also afterward. So then liquid media, no agar. Absence of agar is liquid. For inoculum preparation, what is the use? For inoculum preparation, blood culture or the isolation of pathogen from mixture. That time we are using the liquid media. Well-known example is nutrient broth. Here, broth means liquid, agar means solid. That above is nutrient agar, solid, while here nutrient broth is liquid. The next one is semi-solid medium, in which 0.5% agar. An example is motility media. To study the motility of motile bacteria, this semi-solid media we are using, known as a motility media. And the percentage of agar-agar, again make it underline MCQ question, 0.5% for semi-solid, and for solid, 2%. Now see the picture. So this first picture is nutrient agar, solid. Nutrient agar plate it is a whitish color, solid. The after that, this one is semi-solid. Semi-solid agar, that one is gelatin. Then the below is the nutrient broth, liquid media in a tube. So solid, semi-solid, and liquid. Now simple media or basal media. Example, nutrient broth and nutrient agar. Nutrient broth consists of peptone, meat extract, and NaCl. The composition is very simple. The contents are very simple. So what are the content? Nutrient broth, what it contains? Peptone is there, meat extract is there, NaCl is there, and water is there, distilled water. So in this, if you add झालं साहेब, हे काय झालं 10 मिनिट काय म्हणतात तेव्हा अजून 10 मिनिट का 15 मिनिट झालं म्हणतात असं काय म्हणतात काय आम्हाला निवांत लक्ष बक्षीसवर. So nutrient broth plus 2% agar. After addition of 2% agar, nutrient agar is a solid media. Next काय होत नाही जाधव साहेब. So the next one is complex media. Complex media other than the basal media or simple media, they are called as a complex media. They have added ingredients, extra ingredients are present, provide special nutrients. Particular nutrients we are adding for growth of a particular organism. They are called as complex media. The next one is synthetic or defined media. Media prepared from pure chemicals, substances, and its exact composition is known. Same in Latur, same in other cities, same in other country. So universally accepted composition, and that's why they are called as a synthetic or defined media. Example is peptone water. 1% peptone plus 0.5% NaCl in water, distilled water, 100 ml distilled water. So universally it is same composition all over. That's why it is called as synthetic or defined media. Now enriched media. These special media are further divided into different types. Enriched media. Substance like blood, serum, egg are added to the basal medium, used to grow bacteria that are exceeding their nutritional need. Example is blood agar and chocolate agar. So listen, a group of bacteria, that one is called as fastidious organism. So they are divided into two types, fastidious bacteria and non-fastidious bacteria. Non-fastidious, they are simple, like Staphylococcus aureus, very simple media like nutrient agar. But a group is there, fastidious organism like Streptococci, H. influenzae, Nigeria. They are fastidious in nature. They require particular culture media. They never grow on simple media. They are called as fastidious. So in simple media, we have to add blood, serum, or egg. That time only the growth occurs. Enriched after addition is enriched. They become rich. That simple media become rich after addition of blood or serum. That's why it is having the name enriched media. And after that, growth takes place. A well-known example is blood agar and chocolate agar. So how blood agar is prepared? So this one is blood agar picture, red. Actual blood color it is. So here we are somewhat different, but actual the blood color. The color of that plate is blood, red color. And here chocolate agar, chocolate color actually. Which chocolate which we are using, so that one is chocolate color. So here, so how we are preparing the blood agar and chocolate agar? For blood agar, prepare nutrient agar, sterile by autoclave at 121 lb pressure for 15 to 20 minutes. After sterilization, cool at 45 degrees centigrade. Cooling is necessary. Cooling at 45. After that, you add 7% sheep blood. Human blood we are not using. Sheep blood, goat blood, sheep blood we are using. How much percent? 7%. After that, you mix and pour into the culture plate, petri plate. So the property of agar is it solidified 42. Whenever the temperature goes down, so solidification occurs and we are getting the blood agar plate. In case of chocolate agar, the same procedure, prepare nutrient agar, sterilization is necessary, sterile by autoclave, and after autoclaving, cool at 70 degrees centigrade, and add no any chocolate. Bacteria never like chocolate. We are not adding chocolate. Here also 7% sheep blood is added. You add 7% sheep blood, lysis of RBCs occur and it gets chocolate color. And that's why, because of the chocolate color, we are giving the name chocolate, or we are identifying it as a chocolate agar. Understand? Also, in RBCs, that factor 5 and X is present. That factor 5 and 10, or factor X and V is present, that release. And that's why the chocolate agar is recommended for the growth of H-influenza. So this is about the this blood agar and chocolate agar enriched media. The another one is the LJ media, Loeffler serum slope. Lowenstein-Johnson media, in which the egg is there, rosetic media, egg is there. In Loeffler serum slope, serum is there. Now the next one is enrichment media. You write down the definition in simple word. A chemical substance is added in a solid, in a lipid media. Chemical substance is added in a lipid media, which inhibit the growth of unwanted bacteria and allows the growth or enhance the growth, increase the growth of wanted bacteria from mixed culture is called as a enrichment media. Enrichment media is always liquid in nature. So here, liquid media is used to isolate pathogen from mixed culture. Media is incorporated with the inhibitory substance to suppress the unwanted organism. Well-known example is salinity of broth for Salmonella and Shigella, and alkaline peptone water for Vibrio coli. In alkaline peptone water, pH is very high. So no any other bacteria tolerate such a high pH 9.4. Only Vibrio coli growth take place. Then salinity F inhibit the growth of all other bacteria except Salmonella and Shigella. So this is about enrichment. Now selective media, the inhibitory substance is added to a solid media. The definition is same. Only the nature is solid. Enrichment liquid. Chemical substance is added which inhibit the growth of unwanted bacteria and allows the growth of wanted bacteria is called as solid selective media. Selective media is always solid in nature. A well-known example is McConkey's agar, TCBS, LJ media, Nielsen-Blair media, potassium chlorate media for diphtheria, bacillus. So particular bacteria is having its own selective media. When we learn detail about the bacteriology, each and every bacteria, pathogen bacteria, that time we learn in details. This one is McConkey's medium. So McConkey is a pink color medium. You see the pictures in books. So here, these are not too much clear pictures. So in books, you observe it is a pink color media. So then TCBS, this one is green color and yellow color colonies are produced. Then potassium, so this one is red color like this blood agar like plate. And black color colonies are produced. LJ media. Here, this one is green color media in a tube in a slant form, and yellow color growth generally occurs. And indicator media. Indicator media. These media contain an indicator which changes its color when a bacterium grows in there. So, particular change in color occurs, and that particular bacteria is only does such type of change in color, and that's why it indicates the growth of that part. Example, blood agar means this hemolytic and non-hemolytic, it indicates the growth. McConkey agar, it indicates the lactose fermenting and non-lactose fermenting colony. Urease agar, so Christian's urease, this one is blood agar plate. This one is urease media, pink color generally occurs. And here, the next one is differential media. Differential, in the meaning in the name itself, The media which differentiate bacteria in two broad groups is called as differential media. A media which has substance incorporated in it, enabling it to distinguish between bacteria. Well-known example is again McConkey agar. McConkey agar is a differential media. Another one is blood agar. Blood agar is example of both selective media, indicator media, and differential media. So we differentiate the growth of this hemolytic and non-hemolytic bacteria. Now we are learning the McConkey agar. So what McConkey medium contain peptone, lactose, agar, neutralate, and tarcholate. So sodium tarcholate is inhibitory substance, neutral rate is an indicator. So distinguish between lactose fermenter and non-lactose fermenter, and lactose is a sugar. So here what happens, after fermentation of lactose, acid is produced and neutral rate is pink in acidic condition. What is the reason? So neutral rate is pink. That's why pink color colonies are produced by lactose fermenter. Non-lactose fermenter produce colorless colony. No production of acid, no change in pH. That's why colorless colonies occurs. So here the difference between this pink and colorless colonies. Now sugar media. Sugar media contains any fermentable substance, glucose, arabinose, lactose, starch, etc. Media consists of 1% of sugar in peptone water. Also, they contain small tube, Durham's tube for the detection of gas by the bacteria. So, in case of this, what happens? Sugar media, a tube contains the peptone water. In the inverted small tube, we are adding, that is Durham's tube. After fermentation of any sugar, acid is produced. Whenever the acid is produced, Andritz reagent, an indicator Andritz reagent is present, change in color, colorless to pink, colorless to red indicates acid production. And few organisms produce acid and gas also. Gas is produced. Whatever the gas produced,